Hey, what's up, BFL fam? I'm Carlos, and this is Steven.
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover with a new set for 2019.
Looks great, man. Looks good.
I'm going to go back and forth from the other and this, and I like to change it up like I do with my intro songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to freshen the lot every once in a while.
So today we have a new Giorgio Armani. It's called Acqua di Gio Absolu Instinct. Keep it right there. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover.
How are you?
I'm doing rather well. Thank you
Good
for
day?
having me over. Yeah, it's been a good day so far. Busy at work, but I'm here.
Are you comfortable in my new set?
It looks really good. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it just reminds me of being in
Yeah.
quote-unquote Redolessence studios.
Correct,
so,
correct.
No, it's totally fine.
So thanks to our friend Ricky Kanda at Alpha Fragrances, we were able to get our hands on a split of this. We got a partial, which we used to study the fragrance. It's not available in the US as of yet. It's available in Europe. He was in Spain recently, so he picked up a couple of bottles.
Thank you, Ricky.
From what I hear, the official release of this in the US is in July.
Oh, wow. That's a long time from now. Okay.
This is a flanker of a flanker because the original Acqua di Gio came out in 1996, one of the best-selling fragrances for men of all time.
To this date, yep.
And it's had 6 flankers, 1 limited edition.
Correct.
The 5th was Absolu last
Yeah.
year, and this is Absolute Instinct, so it's a flanker of a flanker, if you would.
Yeah, fragrance inception.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The brand is very well known. A lot of people like Acqua di Gio. I'm a fan of Profumo.
Yeah, I am too. And I don't personally have Profumo. I have Special Blend, which
Which
people
smell-
say it's the same exact thing, right?
To me, it smelled the same. I don't know, but the Special Blend worked really fantastic on you that time.
Oh, wow. Thank you so
It
much.
smelled really good, and I was like, wow, you smell really amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like wearing that one for sure.
So the Absolute from last year wasn't really as big as the Profumo was.
That's right.
It was ultra sweet. It was very reminiscent of,
Invictus Aqua,
Yes.
perhaps. Yeah.
definitely in that wheelhouse, and definitely for people who like that type of fragrance. Really sweet. I
True.
didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It was just okay for me. In the end, I didn't wind up wearing it. I actually pulled it out about a month ago,
Okay.
and you know, it was nice, but it wasn't fantastic.
Yeah.
This one right here, I think, is pretty decent. In my opinion, it's closer to the original Acqua di Gio than the Absolu was.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's probably closer to the Profumo than
Yeah.
Absolute. Yeah. So I think with Absolute, it didn't really do anything ultra new. I think, like you said, it bears some similarities to Invictus Aqua. And I think a lot of that was them trying to, I guess, release a fragrance in the vein of what was popular at the time versus really taking the original DNA and trying to reinterpret it.
So this guy has notes of bergamot, lemon, marine notes, Guatemalan patchouli, seaweed, ebony, and amberwood. You don't like the way I say Guatemalan?
I think it was perfect. Perfectly done. And I, sure enough, get the patchouli. I think that's the reason why I'm getting that strong link between this one and the Profumo version, because at least with the one that I have, it claims to use natural patchouli as part of a sourcing program that they did. And I actually quite like the patchouli in this one. It's not too herbal, it's not too bitter.
So what I get from this is a citrus opening, more so lemon than bergamot, because it's not a fruity opening, it's really citrus.
Okay.
It's fresh and clean. Then it moves on to a bit of a sea air kind of vibe. I don't get seaweed, thank goodness. I get a bit of patchouli, and then I get a very long-lasting woody dry down, which I imagine has to be the amberwood.
Right.
That's pretty much the length of the fragrance on skin, is that pleasant but woody smelling aroma chemical.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I noticed that there was amberwood in the base, and amberwood is also used in Baccarat Rouge 540, also the Parfum version of Bleu de Chanel, and so I think it gives it a certain creaminess. I know it's classified as like a balsam or a resin. Nothing about this really smells resinous to me. I think the thing that really proliferates on my skin is the patchouli.
Okay.
I get a bit of like an oceanic touch.
Yeah.
I think the best way that I would describe this one is that it's a slightly sweeter version of Profumo.
Okay, but it's not as sweet as the previous Absolu.
No, not at all.
There's a sweetness in here, but it's not anything syrupy or as sweet as the previous version of this was.
Gotcha.
It's more the woody, the patchouli. It's that woodiness that really sticks out for me. Again, I must reiterate that because that's what I smell the most on my skin. That lasts the most on my skin and pops off of my skin.
Ah, okay. So if you had to pick a favorite among either this one, the Profumo, the Absolu, or the original, what would be your favorite?
I really still like Profumo, but
Yeah.
I like this better than I do Absolu, for sure.
I do too, yeah. I just feel like this has a little bit of that sweetness there. When I want a sweet fragrance, I really wanted to commit. So I want a full-blown gourmand. So to play around with a little bit of like the patchouli note and trying to make it a little bit sweeter. So I personally prefer Profumo as well. And it should be noted that the perfumer for all of the flankers, as well as the original, is Alberto Morillas.
The man, Alberto Morillas, never stops working.
That's true.
So, not a dud of a release. It's a solid release in terms of being better than the previous one. Do we like it better than Profumo? I don't think we do, but
Yeah, I don't.
it's not a dud. It's not a dud. It's not like don't bother. I'm not sure the price. Do you know offhand?
I saw one website selling it for like $80, but that's only, I Googled it recently. Yeah.
Cool. And this is a 75 ml bottle like Profumo.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, one more thing. What about longevity?
Longevity is average. This
Okay.
is not beast mode. Sillage is average to good. It's not overbearing. It's not beast mode, but it's not poor either. And as far as longevity on my skin, it was just average. 5 hours is kind of the max.
Yeah, you brought the decan last week when you came over, and when I sprayed it on, I got like 7 hours from it.
Cool.
So it was average, I would say.
So obviously, Redo has better skin than BFL.
Maybe just by a little bit, yeah.
All right, so that's our thoughts on the new Acqua di Gio Absolu Instinct.
It's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. So we hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for tuning in. We always do appreciate it as always. And that's all we have for you today. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. Subscribe to this guy.
Thank you.
If you haven't been a subscriber, click on the bell icon so you don't miss notifications on new reviews, new content giveaways, and all the fragrant fun always happening right here at PFL. Take care, stay blessed, and we will see you next time.
Bye.